Hello everyone. This light is annoying already. How about that? I do have some cloth here at some stage. I'm gonna put that up there or something. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Someone's joined us. Don't know who it is. I'm going to send out some invites because I keep getting in trouble. For not tagging people and all that fun stuff. So bear with me a moment. You shan't be long. Right, 9 people have already joined us. Bloody Nora. That was quick. Hamish is here, Dion's here, Corey's here, Lars is here. I'm just looking at the little icons now. Someone with the South Park logo's here. Sorry, Facebook doesn't tell me everything. Do me a favour, drop a hello. When you drop a hello, the comments seem to work. Dion, so fresh and clean. I know, right? It's just, mate, it's summertime here. It's too hot for long hairs, all right? So you just got to shave it off. Lawrence has joined us. Jagger Marty's with us. Adam's with us. Man, it's going off. 10 people already. Ryan's with us. 11 people. It's just ding, 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 ding. Good. This is good. Robert's joined us. Hello, Robert. Did you go down to Bunnings, mate? Now, don't mind me. I'm having my morning cuppa. Now, I know it is like 11 o'clock here, but I got no sleep last night. So, I'm having my morning cuppa. Been up and down all night, which is just annoying. Sup, Ryan? How's things, man? So, today, we're going to do some stuff with Scale Garage. Now, I assume you guys seen what I did in the picture, what I did last night, the stairs, the railings. So painful. Plan out your railings, people. Stop going so wide. I'll just sit this side, shall I? No? This is ridiculous. Push there, lit focus there. Screw you, man. Anywho. Yes, Dion? Cuppa. Gotta have a cuppa. So, anywho, I did the railings and all that sort of stuff, and then I painted everything last night. What a dumb idea that was. Took forever. Installed the window. I moved. Will that be? Yeah. That's really annoying me already. First live feed with the new setup, and it's all up the bum with the lighting. Does that make it better? No. Don't know. Anyway. So yes, I did all that. Today we're going to do some more in the Scale Garage. I don't know what we're going to build yet. You guys are going to help decide that. So we're going to build some more stuff with balsa wood, basically. Probably hit it with a little bit of paint. Dion, I'm having an evening cuppa. Yeah. Mate, that's what we call it. Cuppa. Do you want a cuppa, do you? Bloody oath. That's how it goes. Real quick, what turned up in the post this week? ESC. ESC turned up 4. Now, I'm used to doing this, pointing up towards that stupid monster truck thing that's sitting up on the top of me mess pile. Not anymore. Now we've got the shelves going on, and you guys can get a bit of a sticky beak at these. This is going in the monster truck. Now, what I'm going to do is, for those that don't remember, there's a lot of dust in here after my woodworking experimentals. Tony's joined us. Hello, Tony. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rip the motor out of the little XM1S here. Now, the reason is I've ordered a little brushed setup for this. Now, I know a lot of you guys will go, why would you put a brushed setup in an on-road car? Well, because it's a 13.5 turn, and for a car like this, it should be Mickey Mouse wicked speed. It won't be too stupid fast that you can't control it. Stop being a poo light. It won't be too, this is ridiculous. It won't be too fast that you can't control it. And I'm going to run racing motor and ESC in this. So that's just a combo. I want to smash in this and get ready to go. This, with this brushless, is going to go in the monster truck. Now they're both waterproof. Ting, which is good because I want to fill the air holes in the monster truck tyres, and then I want to drive it across water. Yeah. So that's part of my plans. So that turned up. It's one of the cheapy ESCs, I know. It's a 60 amp. It's rated for this motor, so that's brilliant. So that's my plan. That's going to go on the monster truck. That motor's going to go on the monster truck. And then fun times. Right. I do have an RC Mart order incoming, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I wish the light had stayed just like that. Anyway, Tony, you said something. I missed it. My bad. Who's that sharp-looking mate in the camera? Don't know. Robert, Monster Submarine. Well, it should float. And I hope it does, because I'm just going to play out straight in the water. I had a talk with Christian about it. So, do I tie a rope to it, or do I just plow it in there? So, I'm going to have to film that when it first goes out. By my calculations, it should float and drive on water. So, that's on my list. And then I'm going to sort of design a body that'll be a bit apocalyptic, but at the same time, that'll help it in the water. If that makes sense. Right, so we need suggestions, boys and girls. What are we gonna build today? That's what we need to know. There's a lot of stuff that needs building in this garage yet. I come to the realisation last night that I need to spend a lot more money on balsa wood, which is sad. Drew's joined us. Dom's joined us. Thanks for joining, fellas. So yes, I need to spend a lot more money on the balsa woods because I'm peeling through this stuff quick. I mean, I haven't built much, but I'm going through it quick. Now, someone asked me last night, how did I do the lighting effect in the window? You'll remember my Year Racing pit light. Do you remember that? Told you all to get one, you should remember it. That's sitting up on the roof. All right, now this was just a temporary setup just to see if it would work. That's sitting up on the roof. God, that light's annoying me. Shining over the side of the dealie, the garage. So if I turn it on, it makes it look like it's daylight out there, which is wicked. What I'm going to do is, because annoyance, I'm going to wipe that camera lens and see if that makes a difference. So bear with me one moment. Dirty camera lens can wreck a lot of things. No, just as bad. Wah. There's got to be some sort of trick here. Brain's going 100 miles an hour. I could sit the camera on something. The only thing I've got around here to sit it on though is trucks. Sorry, fellas. There's not much I can do about it. It's just it doesn't want to refocus for the light difference, which is dumb. It just stays in the same position, not helping. Wow. Okay, so anywho, we need suggestions. Well, I tried that last, and I think that makes it worse. Yeah. As soon as I move back, that's probably not as bad. Right. We'll just leave it. Robert, I think you need backlighting. I need a lot of things. I'm planning on getting more lighting, filtered light, and all that sort of jazzy nonsense. So that it's in the works. Tony, quit teasing. Let's see the warehouse. That side's a mess. That's just a pile of wood. And 2 trucks and my fan. I've got to have my fan there because it gets hot in this garage real quick. I'll show you though. And my coffee's here. I just have to unplug my phone charger. Right, now I'm going to spin that around. So, that's what I worked on last night. There's the window. The lovely little window, which does, with a little bit of a fight, shut! Of course, I did this 50 times last night, opened and shut every time perfectly, but it does shut. You get the picture. It does shut. So that's where we're at. Now I'm thinking today, this area in here, what do you think? We'll build something for in here. I just don't know what. Do I just do some shelves? Do I do a bench? Suggestions and thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Flip that back around. Ugh, phone's fallen over. Off to a great start today. Why you no cooperate? So, suggestions. What are we doing for that? That light seems to be better now that I flip the camera. Maybe that's the trick. Anyway, so I'm having some coffee while we think up some ideas of what we're going to build in there. Don just saying, what's up from the 815? Lars, laugh my eyes off. Shh. He's got enough fire already. Look, man, take the piss, I don't care. My head's cooler. Okay? Not as in I'm cool, but as in temperature. And that's the big thing. Robert, I was going to say shelves. Now, the reason I have to build some shelves, obviously, one, because I've got a crap ton of space here to fill up. Excuse me. Two, I gave Oscar the shelves out of my old garage. Why did I do that? Anyway. Hamish, you need a lift. No, I don't. I really don't. You mean like I thought you meant like an elevator. You mean like an actual car lift? Yes, I do. And between you, me, and Mr. Chris Leach, there could be one in the way. Adam, big toolbox. Yes, I do need a big toolbox. I don't think I'll use balsa wood to build it though. I've got a sheet of, and this is for another day, I've got a sheet of polystyrene over there, which is what I'll use to build a toolbox. That's what I'll do. Tony, no one wants to look kids. No one. So yeah, okay. Shelves and such. Shelves are easy. We can all build shelves, which is good. Tie back on the forehead. Get downtown, mate. Look, when it's back here, it's not so bad. Take the piss, I don't care. Anywho, so we're gonna do some cheating to make it easy shelves. Where's the bathroom? I've got a crapper. I have got the crapper. I'm thinking like a little office almost. Not an office, but like it used to be an office, but now it's not. You know what I mean? This is one of those, it used to be a something shed, and now it's just a bloke shed. So, top left corner, possibly an office, lounge area underneath with, now, someone said the other day, you need an arcade machine. Who said that? I think it was Robert Godden. Anyway, enough of the suspense. I have ordered a working arcade machine that you can actually play the games on from a Skull Garage. So that's incoming. I just hope it's not too big or too small. Not going to know until it's here. There's one coming, Robert. I have got a fully functioning arcade machine coming. So that's going to be cool. Adam Jim's joined us. Thanks for joining, mate. I'm just going to re-plug in my charger so that we don't lose charge, obviously. Right. It's hard to do all this and keep everything happy at the same time. Okay, so we're going to do a quick shelf. Now, I'll build one. How many tiers? How many tiers are we going to do this shelf? 4? Can't be 3. It's got at least 4. Tiny working TV. Working on that too. I want this garage to look, when you look from the outside in, you'll be like, holy crap, man. Like there's a lot of stuff in here that works. I've got over there a little pokey slot machine. That works. Yeah, pull the lever and it works. So this garage has got everything already. Right. Now here's a top tip for people out there that don't like cutting woods. Brandon's joined us. Thanks for joining, Brandon. This piece already has cutouts. So you just cut the last little piece and that gives us a size. Now I'm thinking, okay, how big a shelf are we going to build? That I need to know. I could get away with building something that length, but then I'm going to build more than one. Let's just do a demo shelf. We're going to build a demo shelf. Now I've got a little hacksaw here. Hacksaws is handy for cutting balsa wood. You just cut it like some thick ass bread. Don, yes, an arcade would be nice. Plus, there we go. Pool table, possibly. This is the best thing about scale garages. You see, there's options galore. Welding area. Well, and this is the thing. So I've got to plan out do I have the main workshopy area in the middle of the garage? And then we have the storage for that beautiful cross RC over there. Storage for that. I could do almost an entertainment area above that. And then the office over there, and then maybe make that whole corner workshoppy. That sounds better. It sounds like it's laid out better. So yes, I think that's what we'll do. And this is the thing too, like, I've been deciding this stuff as I go. So I had all the best intentions of sitting down and doing a quick scribble of the garage and, okay, what am I going to put here? And it's just like, just go and build something, mate. Put it where you want to put it. How many shelves are we going? 4? Or are we going 5? I think 4 is probably going to be good. Now, another way of cheating, so you don't have to cut too much stuff. Parts wash, good idea, Robert. That could be easily made from some of these for legs, maybe cut them a bit shorter. Then use the polystyrene to make up the tub on top, paint that silver, a little bit of weathering. Okay, I'm going to do it. All right, you've talked me into it, I'll do it. Last, yes, gutting bread, that brings back memories. Yeah. With working water. Now, some of you guys know, I used to have a lot of fish tanks, etc. and so on, so working water is not an issue. I can make that happen. I just have a little fish tank pump on a switch. And then, anyway, so much going on up here. Right, so we're going 4 shelves, right? Now this is from one of these sheets, just for those of you that didn't quite see it. One of these sheets with, you could probably snap them off, but you're not going to get a very clean snap, and then you got to sand everything. One of these sheets, we've cut the end pieces off. So that's going to be our shelves. This is a quick and easy how to build a shelf out of balsa wood. Lovely. So I'm thinking, because we're going quick and easy, this could possibly be the height of our shelf. Now the reason I say that is, I can literally glue this on here like yay, one at the back, do the bottom one, and then space out the middle 2 shelves so that we've got 4 even spots, and it's done. It's that easy. This is what I say to people about this cardboard competition. It's not difficult. I mean, Robert's smashing it out and making everything look like real wood. What's up with that? Brian, brute trash bins of Play-Doh. Oh, yes. Paper canisters, RCP. Yes. I did see some the other day, some scale wheelie bins, trash bins, whatever you want to call them. But they were just too big, unfortunately, which sucked butt. Right, so what I'm going to do, because live feed and no patience, super glue. You can use super glue with balsa wood. Just be sure of what you're gluing. Be sure of what you're gluing before you glue it. Otherwise, you're going to cock something up, and then you'll break the wood trying to take it apart. Brian, you can also find one-time use shot clips that look like small bins. Phil Metcalf's joined us. Thanks for joining, Phil. Excuse me. Right, so I'm just going to start gluing now. So, this is how I build a lot of stuff. I just grab my stuff and put it together and see what comes out the other end. I don't want to use that one because it's got a slight kink in it. Not all balsa wood's perfect, by the way. Just saying, you know. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue across here. I'm going to hold this perfectly lined up, measured. This is balsa wood, mate. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right, I'm going to hold this on here until the glue holds it, which shouldn't take long. Ta-da! Now I'm going to do the same on the front, or the back, or whatever it ends up being. Now this is just all going to be by eye. What am I using wood glue for? We ain't got time for wood glue. Right. Put some glue on there. Okay. That looks about right to me. That looks reasonably square. Yeah, that'll be right. Lovely. So we've got the top shelf, 2 legs. This is how easy balsa wood can be. Right. Now I'm going to glue the other side on, and it's going to be perfectly measured and everything. So yeah, this stuff can be as hard or as easy as you like. And remember too, if you're going to paint some of this stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect. Because you can hide a lot of mistakes with paint. You didn't hear that from me. Okay, gluing that on there. Right, that's holding. So now I'm going to put a bit of extra glue underneath. Now when you use super glue with balsa wood sucks in super glue. So you actually get a really good bond from it. You'll get a good bond from using wood glue, but it takes all day. I ain't got time for that. Okay, now I'm gonna do the next piece. Don't mind just rushing through this, because this is how I build stuff. Okay, that's going to be about the same height and perfectly measured, which I would say is there. Perfectly measured. Brian's joined us. Thanks for joining, Brian. Right, so this is obviously a quick and easy demonstration of how to build shelves with balsa wood. It'll be interesting to see how level this thing sits when it's finished. About there, I think. I hope. Okay, on to the last piece. So where is everyone? So everyone else knows. What are you doing? Who's tinkering on what? It's not just Jono who does crap in his garage. It's all about everyone. About there. Perfectly measured. Right, apply some glue to there. Lovely. Bit more glue, Little dab there. And I'm not squeezing a heap of glue out of here. How big are you going in floor pan? Well, it's already done. It's essentially 2 meters by 1 meter is the size of the floor. Right, so probably the quickest start of a shelf you've ever seen. There we go. Probably not sitting very level. There we go. Right, straightened up, re-glue. This is a rush job, remember. So don't take the piss too much. Right, lovely, wicked. That's the start of your shelf. This is how easy balsa wood can be. Slide one shelf in, slide the next shelf in. Now, I have to space this perfectly, otherwise it's going to go all wonky. Tony, working on purchasing BCRC. You're going to buy the company, are you, Tony? Or it's just some products? Right. Let me just try and line this up reasonably straight. Michelle's fell down. I've got to try and remember too, some scale accessories obviously are pretty large, others aren't. So you need to try and make sure you've got shelves that will cater for all your scale accessory needs. It doesn't quite look straight. It doesn't matter, it's not a perfect shelf. What am I worrying so much for? Dab of glue, dab of glue, dab of glue there, that moved, dab of glue. That's fine, we'll change the other side. Okay. Go forwards a bit, yeah. Give that a squeeze. Now when you squeeze balsa wood with glue, it will come together a bit more. Don't squeeze it too hard, otherwise you'll break what you're building, and then you'll swear. So I hear. Okay. Lovely, wicked. Glue this side, and we've got our first shelf. Now you can't tell me this isn't easy. Just going to go through and put a little dollop of glue on all the little joins now that'll be sucked into the wood. Right. Just a little. I will most probably paint this at some stage. Ta-da! What do you reckon? That's how easy it is to build shelves for your scale garage with balsa wood and some glue. Does that look all right? Now, obviously, you've got options. That's not wide enough. Wow, that's not wide enough either. You can, should you want to, and depending on... This is why you build stuff with... you build stuff with pieces that you can... Especially when you're just starting out. Build stuff with pieces that you can just lay down 3 of or whatever, or 2 pieces with another piece in the middle, and it all fits. Saves you cutting so many things. For the moment, Anthony, with quick and easy stuff like this, where did it go? There. Super glue. We can all get super glue everywhere. This is the quick and easy how to build stuff show. Especially with the balsa woods and such. Let me just line these up. Okay, that'll work. That will. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back on it with this stuff. Now this is really thin, so be careful with this because it breaks really easily. Here's a demonstration piece. Breaks really easily. Rib eardrums. Okay, so I know that the length of my shelves, or the height, is the same as this. So I will use this to measure my line where I'm going to cut it. Alright, measure that there, run a quick line across here. Obviously I'm rushing this. If you do it at home, take a bit more time than I am. Make sure that is straight. Or straight-ish. Now, with the really, really, really thin balsa wood, you can cut it with scissors, which is excellent. Don't do massive big cuts at a time, just do little bits. You can cut it with scissors. How handy is that? Okay, for the next piece, I'm just going to lay this on top. Yoink. Lay that on top, if it'll sit perfectly where I want it. Draw my line across. Yeah. Cut that with the scissors too. See, lass, this is because I'm smarter than the average bear. No one else noticed, I bet you. Tony's just saying he noticed. He didn't notice. So, 2 panels. That's all going well. I will... Which one's going to be the back? That's the back. For all intensive purposes of this little build. That should be the perfect height. Unless I cut it wrong. Yeah, it needs more of it. They should be the same. Why are they not the same? I'm just going to trim a smidge off. Just a smidge. Yes, that's exactly right, Robert. I got a shirt made for live feeds. So that when I jumped on... So when I jumped on, did you notice this isn't around the right way too? Yeah? Yes, I have a live stream cup. I have a live stream t-shirt. Smarter than the average bear. Okay, so now I've trimmed a bit off one of those. I'm going to trim a bit off the other one of this. This sort of stuff happens when you rush build. I do suggest that you don't just rush build everything. If you rush build everything, it's going to look shite. And you don't want that. Right, trim this off here. Wicked. Now, for my next trick, I will rush trick it, and I will glue my yoink, a little bit of glue there, glue. I will perfectly line up this piece and glue it. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Stop moving. stay there. Just stay right there. A little bit of glue between the two. That will, being balsa, soak in. Right. I did say this is a rush. I'm going to keep stressing that point because I know someone's going to watch this and go, oh, what a clown. He's just smashing it together. Yeah, I am. On purpose. Seriously. Yeah, I did. I got a t-shirt printed backwards. I had a few available that you guys could have bought, but no one wanted them. Johnny, is your room ventilated? Yep. Okay, room ventilated for Tony. Right, I've missed something here, Tony. Of course I did. I didn't say anything about you being upside down because I'm not upside down. Here's what you fail to remember, is that you guys, well, I'm living in the future, so I'll see what happens first. You guys come after me. So if anyone's upside down, it's you. Just something to think about. Okay, so I've got one sheet started on there for the back of my shelving system because we're going with fancy names, because apparently we're fancy here. Little smidge of glue down there. I'm nearly out of glue in this little glue container. A little bit of there, a little bit of there. Okay, so that's one half of the back of our panels on. Kevin's joined us. Thanks for joining, Kevin. Much appreciated. Like I've been smashing on lately in all the live feeds, if you're enjoying this, if you think others will enjoy it, give it a share. Right now, I'm going to glue that there, and I'm going to put one piece right in the middle of there. Lovely. So that's my plan. I will freshen up my glue because my glue is now empty. Oh, the brew. Yes. Yes. I will. Depending on how all this goes, I'll grab the kangaroo and show you it's the kangaroo. Right. Here's the glue I prepared earlier. Right. On with my glue. Not too much. And with that, and with that. Again, I'm rushing this on purpose, which is my top side, that one. Okay. That there. Something to remember, the thinner your balsa wood, the quicker this glue is going to go through it, the quicker it's going to soak into everything. Geez, my wood's a bit off there. It's fine, doesn't matter. Rush garage. I'll trim it up with my Lexan scissors because you can get away with that with balsa wood. Oh, perfect. Just remember it's a rush job. Don't get upset if it's not perfect because we're not going for perfect today. That's the bottom of the shelf, so it doesn't matter what you sand up there. Lovely. Right, now I'm going to glue one more piece on here and these shelves is done. Last, I'm actually building one at the moment, one by one, so I'm sick of it already. What are you sick of, mate? You sick of sitting in the garage? Am I that annoying? Probably am. I'm sure there's people out there that think that's the case. I don't care. Okie dokie, that should be Mickey Mouse. Glue that there. A little bit in the middle. On the end. We're not straight. That's fine. It covers what it needs to cover. I'm going to swipe the comments out of the way so you can say, look, there's some shelves for your garage. See how easy that is? Now, it's not perfect. It's a rush job, but if I put that over there and I flip the camera around, what do you think? What do you think of that? How does that look? Does that look like shelves? Smash some likes and loves if you like and love the shelves. I think, considering the time it took to build it, that's not too bad. Time you smash some scale accessories on that. I'll flip this back around, sit that back down there. Josh has joined us. Thanks for joining, Josh. Put my lid on my glue, because you don't want to lean on one of those and have it go. You will regret it real quick. I've got a bag of scale accessories here. I've got too many scale accessories that are new in the bag. Bear with me. Right, that'll do for now. So, yoink. Don't mind me, I'm just going to load up my little... What did you miss? Look, we made shelves. I rushed them for the sake of this is a live feed and I can't take 5 hours building shelves out of balsa wood. Now Johnny has to age the shelf. That's actually not that difficult, Tony. If you like, I'll show you. Here I have some water. No, I'm joking. I need some coffee first. We'll give it a lick of paint, I don't mind. Where did I put... There. Okay. Paintbrush. It'll be a similar colour to that, but I don't mind. Acrylic brown paint. Cheap paint, because you don't need to spend a fortune on stuff that's just going to paint balsa wood. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have my water and my paint sitting here, and I'm going to go between the two. I'll start with the back. I'm going to put on some paint, and I'm going to dip it in the water and spread that paint out further. That will lighten up our paint colour, it will make our paint go further, and it will give it a bit of a nasty look when it's finished. Not ratty-tatty, horrible crap, but it'll show you how quick and easy you can do this stuff. A bit of water on the other side. You don't need to spend all day, every day to build a scale garage if you don't want to. You know, there's lots of people out there that love doing that, and that's fine. It is. I spent a lot of hours building that stuff there last night. Brian, how's your garage design going? Good. Very good. So far, for a bit of a guesstimate, I'll put this here and I'll put that there sort of garage. It's coming along well. So far as the actual design, well, that's sort of up in my head, and that just changes as ideas come to me. So, right, so there's the back of our thing painted. I'll quickly do the rest of it, because Tony opened his mouth and said paint it. Right, quickly paint all this, dip in between. So you put a bit of paint on, spread that around a little bit, and then put some water on your brush, and then spread the paint out some more with your water. That will give you different light and darknesses, and it will give you different sort of textured look to it. Sorry if I'm missing questions. Where did you get your scale accessories from? Generally, I get all my scale accessories from RC Mart. 99% of what my scale accessories are all from RC Mart. They're racing, extra speed. That's the majority, actually. That's where most of my scale accessories come from, because they're cheap, they're easy to weather up and make them look good. Man, I've got these little yellow tags everywhere. It's just everywhere. Right, a bit more paint, a bit more water. Now, I had to do this last night to that whole bloody stair set up, and it was painful. Paint your stairs before you build them, people, or at least before you glue them to the rest of your garage. It was horrible. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can so this isn't too boring. It's not easy to rush paint scale accessories and such on live feeds. So everyone thank Tony for this. Right. Quick and easy. Smash it out. Bit more water. Obviously, don't go crazy with your water. if you go crazy with your water, you will warp your balsa wood, and then it'll look shite. So if you want to go for a really aged look, that might help. Right, 2 shelves to go. More paint. Bit more paint, mate. Also, painting like this will make your paints go further. Don't do it with enamel though. Only acrylic. Rattle can gets done lickety split. I'm not going to paint with a rattle can in this garage on a live feed. But yes, you could rattle can it. This is just a quick demonstration. Because Tony said, please. And I was like, all right, Tony. We're not too far from done. I keep saying that, but I keep finding little areas that need paint. Again, if this is boring, blame Tony. This does show you though how quick and easy you can build and paint this stuff. I don't know how long this feed's been going for, or how long I've actually been building for, but it hasn't been that long. And you get to see the finished product soon, not just wood. Bit of water. I'm probably using too much water because I'm rushing. But that's Tony's fault. Everyone blame Tony. Josh, don't say that, mate. I'm trying to accommodate everyone here. It's not easy to accommodate everyone's needs. I'm nearly done, man. I'm nearly done. I'm going as quick as I can. Right, do these 2 uprights, the sides of the shelves, and then we're finished. Thanks, Tony. Great idea, mate. Now people are getting snoozy faces. It's all right. It's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. Tony, do you tell people you are YouTube famous? No, because I'm not even remotely close to that, Tony. I'm not any sort of famous, I don't reckon. I'm just a little RC builder from Adelaide. That's what I am. That's what I am, mate. I'm just one of you guys, building RCs. Did you think I was famous, Tony? I'm not YouTube famous. I make videos that I assume people will like. I make videos that I like myself. So if I go out and I can make a video and it looks good, then it's been a good day. You know, if I can watch it and go, this makes me want to get my truck out, then I think it's a good video. You know, it's worth watching. There's a lot of people out there that just make YouTube videos, smash the crap out of their truck, and get ridiculous amounts of views with no skill whatsoever, and that's annoying. Not famous. Aren't there some? Okay, there's one Brian, but I still don't think I'm famous. And that was because of an awesome bloke by the name of Robert Mazza who helped put that together with Cross RC. So I am very, very honoured about that. That's my biggest moment in RC. All right, I'm not going to paint the top of the shelves, but this gives you an idea. I haven't painted the back wall either. Don't complain. Let's slide this over here. There's a few patches that aren't painted. It looks rough as guts now because I rushed it. Thanks, Tony. They made him cross his heart. Yeah, Tony owns one of the Cross JB editions. Drew does as well. Oscar does. He's in this group. Chris Leach owns 1 or 2. Which is awesome. It's good to see that the people that own them and the people that are in this group and that have put up with my shit, basically, the people that have, you know, followed what I do and stuck it out and all that sort of inspirational chatter. Right, I'm going to flip the old Camerino. Ignore the crappy bits where I didn't paint. Look at that. Look at that there. That's Josh's fault for rushing me. That gives you an idea. Like, picture the rest of it painted with some scale accessories on it. That's going to fit in pretty well, and that took us like 5 minutes. Okay, probably longer, but let me try Right. Brian, the special editions are sold out, I'm sure. Yes, there was only 6. I would like to, now Robert did mention this a while back, I would like to do another special edition of some variety. So, who knows, that could be a thing. Someone tag Robert Mazza and say, we want another special edition. So that could be a thing, we don't know. If it is, hopefully we can work out something. But one of the big things with the PG4 special edition was you got extra goodies, but it was cheaper than normally buying one. That's how it should be. Like, that's a good special edition. Lars, I'm an original member. Lars, you've been here for a long time, man. Tony's been here like forever. There's a few of you guys that have been here from day dot. Why? Okay, so we've built some shelves that I'm going to have to repaint after this bloody feed. Thanks for rushing me, Josh. So I built some shelves. I'm going to slide just some, I'm going to slide some scale accessories on it before I push it back over there. We'll put that on there. We'll put that on there. I had a winch here. We'll put that winch on there. Don, you need some wall banners and pictures on the wall. Plus you need to, where is it? Plus you need to smear some black on the wall with the parts leaked on it. Oh, on the shelf. Okay, I'm with you. I know I went all funky-eyed there, but I'm with you. Let's just sit that on there. We'll sit a Coke tray there. I've got 100,000 Coke bottles in there somewhere. We'll sit that there. I've got some fishing nets here. Got these off Wish a long time ago. Let's set some fishing nets on there. I've got a fishing rod here somewhere. Anywho's, let's open these up. This is what happens when you buy lots of stuff off websites, and then come time to actually use them, you're like, oh, I don't need them yet. I'll put them in the drawer, and you put them in the drawer, and then before you know it, you forget about it. Yeah, we'll put that there. Yeah, stay open. That's fine. Stay there. Okay, let's put that back. Heave. This garage is too deep. Whose idea was this? Okay, now I'm going to flip you back around. There you go. Besides the paint that's not finished. Thanks, Josh. Right, now I'm going to read some comments. You need plus them on the wall. Right. Josh, I am watching and working on my demon. Awesome. Brian, Josh Lightfoot. Lars is having, Johnny's having a few brain farts. Apparently he fell under the mower. Funny Lars. So funny, mate. Okay, is there anything else we want to build? Because, I mean, if there's not, we can just smash this out in 10 minutes and call it a day. I was kind of hoping my latest RC Mart ought to be here by now. Sad it's not here. That's got our Sprinter body in it that everyone voted for. Awesome. That's got that body. It's got motor and ESC. It's got lots of scale accessories. I ordered a heap because garage. I'm sure there's other cool stuff. It's got wheels and tyres for the XM1S. Other stuff too, I'm sure. Servos and such. Tony wants to see the bumper. Just for you, Tony. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. There you go, Tony. Get a load of the bumper, get your fix. How nice is that bumper? For those of you that don't know, ever since I got this bumper, there has been a running gag about, have you seen me bumper? Oh, check it out. I love that bumper. And it's just stuck. But, I mean, let's be realistic. It is a nice bumper. Year racing bumper there with the year racing winch, wireless controlled. We've got Mr. Comedy's boat on top. This thing's ready to go everywhere, twice. Johnny, quick question. Do you get snow where you live? No. Where I grew up, every now and then you get snow, but that was pretty few and far between. And when you did, it wasn't like feet of snow. Tony, does the winch work? Yes. It's bloody wireless controlled. Look out. Hannah's joined us. She's out there smashing out the replies. No, Lars, we don't get snow. No. I grew up in Tasmania, which is the island state. You can Google that. Last time I was there was 3 years ago now, I think it was. And when I went down there, it was cold. It was freezing. And the snowfall when I left was the most I'd ever seen in my entire life bloody being there. Now, what did I miss? Everything. We're just about to finish. We're not. But you did miss me. You missed me really quickly, Lily, build a shelf and put scale accessories on it and make an absolute hash of the paint job to hurry up because Josh was getting sick of waiting for us. Yeah, see, look at Josh. Oh, Josh. Johnny messing up a paint job on his shelf. Why, I oughta. Apparently I fell under the grass mower. Lawn mower last. That's what we call it here. Right, are we going to build anything else or am I just going to sit here and talk some smack for another bloody 20 minutes? Suggestions, people? Suggestions. There's a lot of stuff I need to build for this garage. Actually, what I might do, I thought about building a little shelf for underneath my window. What do you think? Then that's a 2-second job. That there is probably perfect. Oh, made for it. Okay. The world's quickest, easiest shelf build. That there's got to be sanded a smidge. When you use sandpaper on your balsa wood, don't. Dion's keen for smack talk. Don't use too coarse a sandpaper, otherwise you'll just rip your wood to shreds. I'm going to just sand this a smidge. Actually, I might be able to cut some of that straight off with a knife if I'm crafty enough. Yep, good. Right, that's my shelf underneath my window. Now I need, not that one, not that one. Now, when you pick up some balsa wood, like this one's really, really light. Stuff that's really light and you can feel it's just no weight to it, you can easily cut with your X-Acto blade. That's what I'm going to do. I need to make that angle about yay. And I need to angle this about yay. This is the measurement work that goes into my building. Not a whole lot of it, if I'm honest. And I'm going to sit that on top of there. I'm going to line this up and I'm going to cut another one because shelf needs support. Right, 2 supports for my shelf to go under my window. Careful of the splinters. Got a metal splinter in my foot the other day. Exclusive RC has some really nice stuff. Just ask Steve Martin. I'm not huge on exclusive stuff. When I look at the prints that Dion does and Lars does and just how smooth they are, yeah, nah. I don't know how Lars and Dion get their prints so smooth. I've never seen anyone else get their prints as smooth as them two. How do you do it, fellas? How do you do it? Okay, so enough getting sidetracked. I'm going to quickly glue these on here. I'm going to guesstimate this because that's how we're doing this whole sort of thing. Okay. I love a good guesstimate. No, the lid's on my glue. Yeah, metal splinter in my foot, Josh. It was very painful, to say the least. Very painful. It was lucky there wasn't swear words. There probably should have been. Straighten that up a smidge. Right, so I'm literally making a 2-second shelf here. Yeah, I don't. You guys know I'm not usually one to put piss on people unless they buy Vatira. I'm joking. I'm joking. I wouldn't buy one, but that's beside the point. I'm not usually one to put piss on people, but yeah, exclusive stuff. It used to be the be all and end all, but now I think as more and more people are getting the hang of the best ways to use their 3D printers, there's more options. I mean, you've all seen that Jeep that Dion did. It's ridiculous. Just going to see if my shelf sits nicely. Bear with me one moment. Oh, hi there. Right, so I'm just going to... So the plan is glue, shelf under there. I'll flip the camera around in a moment and give you a bit of a sticky beak. Don't be scared to glue stuff to your wall in your garage, because that's half the fun. Okay. Ooh. Stay. Look, there's a shelf under my window. Steve Martin's joined us. Thanks for joining, Steve Martin. Right. Did I miss anything? Last all drive 10 minute extra. Yeah. What did I miss? Everything. I built shelf, put scale accessories. I'll show all this stuff again. I just put a shelf under my window. I'm just going to add a little dab of glue. Yeah. Just to give it some extra strength, Reno. Hold that there for one memento and it should be good. Steve's in the house. Oh, if you're wondering where I got the reversed glue, where I got the reversed shirt from and the mug, Steve Martin. Steve bloody Martin. He was the one that organised that for me. If you get yourself a BCRC t-shirt or decals, there is a link there somewhere for it. If you get that stuff, that's all organised because of Steve the Man Martin. Steve was just epic with the help of that. Okay, just going to check the comments. Right, I think I'm on top somewhere. I think I'm on top. Right. So what else are we going to build, people? I need suggestions. I could actually build a bigger... this is the table from my old garage. Right, that's the table from my old one. I think I should build a bigger one because this garage is a bit bigger scale. What do you think? Let me know if we build a bigger table. I mean, the logistics of this stuff, when you see me build the shelves, the logistics is all the same. Now, I'll say this every day of the week. Think of stuff like it's in shapes. Shapes is the best and easiest way of doing this stuff. That's how wide my table's going to be. Sidetrack then, sorry. Yeah, think about this stuff like it's all shapes. You could use a rule or two. That'd probably be helpful. As long as you can use wood to do your lines, as long as the end of your wood is square. Right, everyone's replying to everyone else, so that's good. It's nice when we have a bit of chit-chatties going on. I'm going to use my hacksaw to cut this. Now, it doesn't really matter too much what blade you got in your hacksaw. Metal blade probably works better than anything because of the teeth. Because the teeth is nice and fine. Move this back a bit. This is how I cut my stair thing last night. Neil wants to see the garage. One moment, Neil. One momento. Right, cut through that a little bit. And then I'm going to run my knife through it. Bench top. Right, now for Neil's sake. You better appreciate this, Neil. Right, so we have opening window with shelf underneath. We have loft, which I'm thinking will be entertainment area. Oh, that's the shelf we knocked up. Then Josh rushed me in the paint, so I couldn't finish painting it. So I blame Josh for the paint. Tony asked me to paint it. Josh said stop because you're taking too long. So that's what I did. And then there's just, look at this mess. Look at this mess. So there's a lot of room yet to fill. That's my arcade, not my arcade, my slot machine. So look, there's this room. I've done all this and there's still all of this to go. So, yoink. It's going to take some time. Hey, Mrs. joined us. Apparently Dion's joined us again. Facebook's so terrible at this. That should be a staple. Then the painted. Maybe, I know what I'll do. I'll make a little scale bucket and I'll put some brown paint in it with a paintbrush just sort of sitting there with a few drops on the ground. And I'll put a sign on the shelf, gone to lunch, back in 5, Josh. That's what I should do. Total size in US measurements. Whatever 2.1 metres is. 7 foot. 6 foot. 6 foot's 1800. 7 foot long. 3 foot deep, basically. And 2.1 foot high. Right. Don, you need some wood blocks. Everyone has those in their garage. Did you not just see? Well, these are perfect for wood blocks. I've got balsa wood here of all different sizes. Wood blocks. There you go. Next challenge. They may actually be. I need some drivers. The only driver I've got handy is Ralph Mouth. Is that Ralph? That's Potsy. No, Ralph Mouth from Happy Days. Creepy looking bastard. There was a deal on eBay a while back and I got myself all of the Happy Days crew. So my demon, wherever that is. It's here somewhere. My demon has Fonzie and Richie Cunningham in it. And then I got Buddy Potts in. Who's the other one? Oh, who's the other one? There he is. Potts. Yeah, Potts in Ralph Mouth. Kangaroo. Tell you what. I'm gonna flip this around, and you guys can check out the stuff in the garage. Okay, I'll just put it. I don't know. Here, count the pieces of wood. I'll be back in a second. Right. Okie dokie. The demon hasn't gone. It's here somewhere. While I've got you flipped around. There it is. Hang on, bear with me. Right, mate, a second. There it is. I got it. Right. Ta-da! So, in the demon, we've got the Fonz and we've got Richie over there having a blast of a time. He's always smiling, that bloke. So, we've got these two. There you go. Get a load of that fella. I've got too much mess here. No. Are we Australiana enough for you yet? No, he's not quite going to sit. There we go. Take the screenshots now, people. So, I knew this was going to come up. There's your kangaroo, everyone. You all wanted the roo? I don't mess around. He's going in the garage. Now, I bought these a long time ago to put in the garage. Actually got these when Ryan was here. So I could have, I don't know if this will, it's going to be a bit hard to, yeah, I'll have to build something if I'm going to do that. If I want to put this out the window looking in, I'll have to sit some timber underneath it so it sits up high. But anyway, so we've got a dead kangaroo. So we've got our roos. Then we've got this little ugly fella. So yeah, I'm all straight and ready to go. I'm going to move some stuff so I can sit the demon over here, so I don't have to take it off the bench again and run around like a clown. I've got too much stuff going on in the garage. Bear with me a Momo. Yoink. Right, the demon can sit there. This is something I like about this garage. Yoink. Yoink. Is that I've got room. I mean, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks in here now. I could fit another 2 trucks in this gap. I love having this much space to have all these trucks in here. It's awesome. Especially when before we didn't have that much room. Look, the old scale garage. Scale garage. Last, I really like the floor. Dude, I'm loving the floor. It just... who said they used this stuff? They bloody jinxed me. They used this stuff and the corners came up. Because I had a few spots where the corners kept coming up and I was like, oh, really? So I lifted the corners, put a dab of super glue on them and put them back down, and they stayed down forever. Neil says the koala is staring at me creepily. What am I building? I'm building a table. God, you guys sidetracked me something terrible. That'll be... Oh, that might be all right. Okay, so quick and easy table. I'm going to use these for my legs. I'm not even going to cut them. I was going to, but now that I sit it next to the truck, it's actually probably pretty good size. Where's Ralph Mouth? Good size. You've got to do the scale figure test. The Black Russian... I've missed so much stuff. I did see, the last thing I seen was Neil scared by the koala. And his bird's nest and the rafters. Now, I did have some thoughts about the roof. I still have to, and this is due to how Bunnings cut my bloody panels. Pricks. I've got to run some fancy timbers around the outside edge just to sort of crispen up their cuts. I don't know how they managed to cock it up, but some of them are slightly off and all that, and that just doesn't make it easy to work with. So, I'm going to run some fancy timbers around the outside to sort of hide their cock-ups. And then, I don't know, I might do a couple of big beams through the roof. When I say big, they're not going to hang down heaps, but it'll give me a chance to run my wiring for lights and etc. that are going to hang down across those and all that sort of thing. So, I'm still working on ideas for what to do up there. So, my table, we're going to do a quick bench. 4 of those legs to start with. That's a bit of a poo. Set that there. Just bear with me. I'll explain what I'm doing momentarily. This is how my brain works when I'm doing this stuff. Flat out. Stay there. It's going to be cut across there. Lovely. I'll cut that there with my knife because that's a really thin, easy piece to cut. Those two got to be glued together. I'm going to need another one of those for the other side. So this is how I work. Just talk my way through it. This is annoying yet. So, Bunnings is the Australian Walmart, right? No. Bunnings is where you go and get your sausage and bread. And some hardware stuff like wood and that sort of thing. Every time you go to Bunnings, there's a sausage sizzle going on. Barbecue's fired up. No shrimps. Sorry, fellas. No shrimps on the barbie. But sausage sizzle. So, right. Now I've got to glue these 2 pieces of wood together. I'll show you why in a moment. So just, like I said, bear with me. Yoink. We're going to perfectly hold this straight. Squeeze those together a smidge. Don't slip on the onions. Oh, I'd never heard of the onion thing. Robert and Adam, explain the onion thing for me. I didn't hear what actually happened. So if you could explain that for me, that'd be lovely. I don't watch the news because it's always just miserable crap. Right. Glue the other side. Again, this will make sense in a moment. When the camera is off, do you talk to yourself, practice for the live feeds? No, I talk to myself because I want a professional opinion. I don't know, Tony. It's just something I've always done, mate. It just makes it easier to... You sort of mentally give yourself a checklist of what you're doing. Right. So if I glue that there, I glue that there, and then I put my side piece on, that should work. Glue. Obviously, you can take your time and really smash out some nice builds with balsa wood, or you can just smash out your builds. I think there's a lawsuit against Bunnings for someone slipping on onions. Oh, really? What a joke. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I wish I didn't ask now. That's so stupid. I hate people. Not you people, obviously, but you know what I mean. Now they must go under the sausages to prevent them falling out. Oh, really? That's just stupid. I hate stupid stuff. That's stupid people, and that's just... What? Really? From the first feed, you've improved tenfold. This is very true. I watched one of my original feeds the other day, and God, it was bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I mean, I had the right intentions. Does that count for anything? God, that's dumb. I can't believe that. I wish I never asked. Right, now I'm going to, those two pieces that I glued together, I'm now going to use on the table, and you will see why we used them. Why I glued them together. Can't English today. Lovely. That's where we're at so far. So I glued these two pieces together because I don't have any of these that are long enough. I'm going to have to redo that one. Great cut, mate. So that's essentially where we're at, and I'm going to put another leg in the middle, which will be perfectly measured by eye. Yes, new workbench. Because the one I've got, that is about bang on the middle. Glue it before it moves. The one I have at the moment is just too small. I mean, I want to get like a drill press and all that sort of stuff, so I need bigger benches. Right, now I'm going to redo my stuff up a bit. That's got to be like yoink, yoink. Lovely, that'll work. Oh God, that's a terrible bit of... Not all of this stuff is as good as the rest of it. That's a bad bit of balsa wood. Right. Glue these two bad boys together. Lovely. What's Super Cheap Auto? Super Cheap Auto is like... They sell car accessories. What else? Thumb saw. They sell car accessories like car wash stuff, polishes, some tools, your drills, your grinders, all that sort of stuff. It's a bit of a man shop, basically. Would you Aussie blokes agree with me? That's sort of... Yeah, I don't know what the American equivalent is. So, man shop is what we're going with. Right, now I'm going to see if I can guesstimate this side too. Yoink. There, about there. Looks forwards a little bit. There. Again, you can see how much I'm measuring this stuff. I'm literally doing it all by eye. Because that's how we do in the BCRC garage. Warehouse, apparently. Airport, someone said the other day. Dion, pierogies and sausage. What? Please explain? I couldn't remember if they sold cars or car parts. Car parts too. So no cars. Yeah, car parts they do. Water pumps and steering pumps and things like that. The stuff you really need, they haven't got, but that's how it is. Right, glue that one there. Tony has to leave to meet with his cousin. Have fun, Tony. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Right, I'm going to glue this one on here. It should be perfectly lined up because we measured everything. Now I've got this... I have to laugh. Look, now, every time I look at the phone, I've got these two watching me. Sorry. Dion, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. So, please elaborate, because I've got no clue what you're talking about, mate. How do you even pronunciate it? Pierogies? You probably just cracked up laughing. I've no idea, mate. Let me know what it is. Let me know how to pronunciate it so I don't look like a complete idiot. Right. Allow me to just glue this here. Yoink. Yoink. Glue there. Lovely. Now I'm going to put a dollop just along here. So I'm waiting to see what it is. Did I pronunciate it correctly? Anytime entertaining is always. Glad you enjoyed, Tony. Give it a share before you leave, Tony. Like 10 of them. Apparently we've just jumped up to 25 people. And we're being raided. Is that what's going on here? They are a Ukrainian dish. Okay. What's in it? Oh, sorry. Now Drew sounds Polish food. Well, I like Hannah. She knows about all those sorts of foods that only certain people know about. A lot of the stuff Hannah likes, I go, what even is that? Josh, I shared it in a couple of places. Well, mate, you've done good. A lot of people have joined us. I can't see who you are because Facebook's crap and doesn't always tell me. So if you have just joined us, feel free to say hello. Don't be shy. We're here for the fun. We're here to build. We're here to build stuff. What do you reckon of that so far? That's my new workbench. It's a lot taller than my old one. That's my old workbench. That's like a seat now for this bench. Lars is asking if Hannah's still here. I'm not sure, mate. I think she gets bored of my feeds. Wouldn't blame her. There's only so much I can talk about RC before she gets that look on her face. Yeah, Hannah's been to a lot of different places around the world, and she knows a lot about all these different foods, and I just go, what? I don't know. Right, when is Hannah going to be in the live feed? Don't know. We can get her on a live feed one day. You got to think about stuff that maybe we can have a can Hannah do it live feed. So we'll have some balsa wood or such, and we'll say, here, build this, and you guys just watch, see if Hannah can build. You knocked the workbench out in 10 minutes. That's insane. It's not quite finished, but I mean the logistics are there. I'm just trying to plan out. Oh, that's way too long, and it's round. It just won't fit. Yeah, it's just a part of the fun of it, Neil. It is. So my brain's going harmonia now. Harmonia, mate. Because Australia. I should have done this that way. Right. I'm gonna have to. Unless I'll be super lazy about this. Going with the super lazy option. Right, bear with me. I'm going to cut this here. Well, that one's a bit tougher than the last one. Should have used my hacksaw for that. Okay, now we jumped up to 33 people. Keep the shares going, people. You're doing marvellous. Feel free to tell us where you are, what you're doing, where you're from, etc. and so on. Right, so I'm quickly cutting up some balsa woods. I need 2 more of those at that length. Of course, it's perfectly measured because we sit one piece of wood on top of the other one and then just cut it. That's what we do here. Right. That one. I need 1 more. That'll do. Give me that. Now, if my measurements was correct, they probably weren't. If my measurements were correct, oh god, that's tight one too. Excellent time. I should be able to make now my kickboard, footrest or whatever you want to call it, for the front of the desk. I just need to glue 2 of these together, real quick like. So obviously when you're doing something like this on live feed, you have to rush it so people don't get bored. So if it's not perfect, that's why. Everyone put down a list of what RCs you've got, if you don't mind sharing, so that everyone else can go, ooh, cool RC collection. Right, that will go there. Lined up perfectly, of course. That might be a smidge long. It is a smidge long. How did I do that? My bad. Right. 80 of them. What? 45 and kind of recluse. I enjoy long nights building RCs. Mate, this isn't a dating show. Okay? Take your dating profile elsewhere. Right, so we're going to glue this on the front of here now. That's going to be yoink. Lovely. Yoink. Because yoink's the best word for gluing stuff. For those that didn't know. So now we have our little footrest at the bottom. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. Glue these together real quick. I'll hurry up and finish this because I don't want to bore everyone. Apparently Don is watching. I don't know, it's saying Don like you've only just joined, but I'm pretty sure you've been here for quite some time, if I'm correct. That one's too long too. How did I manage that? Oh, here's what it is. How's that? Better, gooder, it'll do it. This is the back because it's not near straight. Do I know Luke Towan? No, I don't. Don't believe. Last, I have about 14 crawlers, 2 semi-trucks with a few trailers. I have 2 excavators and 1 wheel loader. Where's my wheel loader? You're supposed to be making me one. I have 2 HPI Bahas, E-Revo, HPI Firestorm, Axial Yeti, and some other homemade, I can't see the rest of that, something. Neil says, you gotta love when Neil comes to a feed. Neil says, chicks dig guys that play with toy cars. Bloody hell. We got some special people here. I'm one of them. Real special. You guys have probably figured that out already. Right, quick double glue there. Line up this end. Quick double glue and we'll finish off this bench. Yoink. Yoink. Now I just need 2 pieces on the ends, which I might make with that. There. Yeah, that'll work. Right. Anthony got 5 SCX10 and a TF2 and a Wraith, 1 SCX10-2 and a Rock Bouncer in bits. I think we've all got the odd truck in bits. I've got 3 or 4. I've got a CCO1 that I started and I've got to finish. I won't lie, I forgot about it for a while. How bad's that? I've got the half-track thing, the thing I'm building. I've got to do some more of that. Cut wood. There we go. Right, now I need one more of those. And then this bench is finished. Lee's joined us. Thanks for joining, Lee. Very much appreciated. I do like to say hello to everyone that joins. That's why I like it when Facebook tells me. We put the special in special ed. Yes, we do. Right. Okay, glue this onto here. And this should be the workbench finished. For those that have only just joined us, we only just started this, so if it looks a bit shy, that's why. Yoink. Glue that, glue that. I'll put a smidge down there too. Right. You're going strong after an hour. Has it already been an hour? There you go. Workbench. I nearly forgot. I've got to cut 2 more pieces of wood. Yoink. Of course, perfectly measured as we do here. I've cut one. Hopefully that'll just cut with my knife. Right, there's one. Cut another one. Again, perfectly measured by sitting one piece of wood on top of another and then cutting them. Seems to work out okay though. Right. So now, providing that'll fit in there, lovely. Glue, glue. Glue that in there, lovely. That's not perfect, I know, but I don't mind. I really don't, because I've rushed it. We all know this. By the time it's painted and got scarlet accessories on, truth be told, no one would even know anyway. Right, there. How long did that take, roughly? Keep in mind too, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, talking smack and showing this and showing that and whatever else. So, I mean, this stuff's bound to take a little bit of time. Right, let me see. If I'll hide the Josh shelf so people don't see that he didn't finish painting it. Because that's our story now, that's what we're going with. Let me put a couple of these on there. Let me put a couple of these under there. With a couple of those. Bear with me one moment, folks. One moment, please. I need this. And I need this. We'll sit that there. We'll sit that up over there. Right. Who wants to see the bench? It's not going to stay there, but this will give you an idea. And then we'll probably damn near call it a day because I'm just repeating myself now. Okay, real quick like. Hamish, I have a SCX-10 6x6, a Honcho on a CBRC chassis, one Cross RC MC8, one Red Cat Rock Slide, love Red Cat Rock Slides, Tamiya TT02, Tamiya Mad Bull, Tamiya TA02 rally car, most in semi-finished states. Dion, I need a drink for this one. Okay, Dion has a Clodbuster Bullhead. I've got wood here everywhere. Clodbuster Bullhead, Bruiser, Monster Beetle, Blackfoot, Bush Devil, Super Blackfoot, King Blackfoot. How many Blackfoots are there? And 30 more of Tamiya's first 100. Why haven't we seen pictures of this? A bunch of on-road and rally cars, 20-something crawlers. Mate, feature post, okay? I want to see all your different trucks, cars, Blackfoots. Josh, we can't hide it then. I'll own it. Didn't mean to talk smack. Hey, dude, talk smack. That's what we do here. Don't worry about that. Robert, you were going to... Oh, right, the competition. Has anyone got questions? Now, I say this because I was contacted by someone last night. I can't remember who it was. Sorry. I get a lot of messages. I contacted by someone last night and they said, can I put my... Oh, they sent me a picture of their truck with an RC Mart sticker on the back of it. And I was like, oh, you know, it's a nice looking truck. Yep, cool. Whatever else. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to put it in my cardboard garage. I was like, no, you're not. Because the whole cardboard thing is just cardboard. If you want a truck in there, make it out of cardboard. Right, now, just let me quickly check all this. You're going to have to make a pool table next time. Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't know how good it'd be, but you could. Just for a example's sake. So obviously you'd cut. I'm not going to cut it, otherwise I'll start building it. So you'd cut. This is a scrap, obviously. Cut that off down there. This is how my brain works. If I was going to make a pool table, then yoink, and then yoink across there. Yoink being today's word of the day. Yoink across there. Yoink across there. And then one across there. So I would cut this piece off. Then I would sand, or you cut that out, then tidy it up with the sand. Get rid of those little pieces too. Obviously, you want these level. Okay, you don't want some sort of crazy pool table. So you cut those out, make your base. Well, you've seen how to make a base. It's no different than doing the one I did before. As for netting, I do have some stuff here you could use for netting, but cardboard, sticky tape, glue, and if you're going to paint it, it has to be painted with a paintbrush. That was also another thing that came up last night. Someone said about, oh, can I airbrush some Christmassy stuff on it? It's like, no. If you want to write Merry Christmas, you have to do it like this with a paintbrush. So Paul Rainey's joined us. Thanks for joining, Paul. We are currently talking about the competition, which is awesome. I'll tell you what I will do. I'm going to do another post in a few days. I'm going to tag RC Mart and say, where's your garage? How's it going? No, you can't use transparent plastic for windows. If you want a window, it's just going to be a hole. I can't, as much as the scale side of me says, oh, that'd be a good idea, I can't, because I've made the rules and that's the rules. So you can only use cardboard. You can only use sticky tape, like normal, clear, run-of-the-mill sticky tape. No double-sided tape, just sticky tape. If you want a double-sided tape, there you go. Use sticky tape for the window. This is the whole thing with these competitions. It's about being clever and doing what you can with what you've got. I'm just going to set my koala over here. I'm going to set the kangaroo up here because he keeps looking at me like I've pinched his lunch. What the hell's up there? Oh, the old Scar Garage. They can go on the bench. Bear with me. I know I'm getting sidetracked here. Just one moment. Under my mental. And then him can sit over there. Right. So, I'll show you what I did in a minute. No, you can't use a hot glue gun. Oh, did I say about that? Shit, now you got me thinking. I think I said just normal glue, no hot glue gun. Robert, what did I say? Robert's right up with these competitions because he loves them. He does, don't you, Robert? Right? I think I just said normal glue. I don't think it was hot glue gun, so don't use hot glue. Or did I? Oh, shit. I can't remember. I know I said glue. I don't recall if I actually... So, did I say no hot glue gun? If I didn't, if someone can prove to me that I didn't say no hot glue guns, if at any stage I have not said no hot glue guns, you can use hot glue guns. So just, yeah, use hot glue gun. It's fine. My bad. It's hard to remember all this stuff. Look at a lot going on. Hey, now, sometimes I will drop little bombs, okay? I don't drop the biggies. The biggies are the bad ones. So, anyway, what I was doing before. How's that for a bench? That's our 10-minute workbench. All in a position, with a bit of paint, a few scale accessories, maybe a light above it and some decals around it. I reckon she'd look all right. What do you think of that? That's our 10-minute workbench. Oh, look, there's a koala on it. Now check out the little kangaroo up there. Oh, look at this ugly thing. That's what I was moving around. Hot glue is considered a household material, isn't it? Pretty much. Everyone's got hot glue guns these days, mate. And if you don't, they cost about $3 at your local shop with 50 glue sticks. So yes, you can use hot glue. Use hot glue. But no airbrushes, no rattle cans. If you're painting something, you've got to get paint on your fingers. That's how much I want to see you've used a brush. Those brews are going to haunt that garage. Yep. I don't know. They'll probably end up on one of my trucks. Well, the little one might, but the big one won't. It's too big. Okay, so I think we've achieved a good amount today. For those that had no idea what to do with any balsa wood stuff, and you've probably seen this and gone, oh, I wish I could do something with balsa wood, you may now have a bit of confidence in, look, if you can get it cheap, get it cheap. Then it doesn't matter if you stuff it up. It really doesn't. You're not going to build everything perfectly unless you spend a long time doing it. Lee, so now, no reason to use tape. Well, that all depends on what you build. I mean, not everyone's got hot glue gun, but I'm just saying. There's an Aussie flag and a buffalo skull. Why would I put a buffalo skull there? Neil, I always love reading out Neil's messages. Neil, the old dog, we heard you like scale garages, so we put the scale garage in your scale garage. Inside my garage. Yeah. Right. This was asked about earlier. How did I do? I don't know what you can. Right, you can still see. How did I do that? I've got my light up here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a light up outside here to shine and look good. I'm going to have a picture of the outback behind here. Hello. So that's all going to happen, but for the moment, that little trick was just with this. So if I set that like yay, and turn this off, it gets darker out there. Lovely. Right, you need a ghost in the window. No, I don't. There's only so much stuff I need. What I do need, I blame you now, Lee. What I do need is I need to build some light housings. I'm going to put a light up under I'm going to put a light up underneath here, wires that run outside to a little control panel over here. On the control panel, I want to have under there for a light, I want to have main scale lights that hang down from the roof. I also want to have outside day cycle lights. I want to make an exit sign. Not sure if that's been done. Neil, maybe I'll do a Mount Panorama poster. I've also at some stage got to make a sign hanger. I've got some Rush Creek RC decals here that Mr. Chris Leach sent me. They're all white, which is a poo because I can't just put it on the wall. You won't see it. So with the balsas, I'm going to make possibly, depending on how much stuffing around it is, possibly a little light box out of some of this stuff. So if you get two pieces like this, there, your front and your back, and then you get like one of these, you glue that to there. See what I'm doing there? So essentially you're making a rectangular box that you can drill a hole in, put an LED in it. Light box. Then you put your decal on here. Light box. So I'll possibly build those. I might even do a video for like YouTube's and I can just upload for something like that, because then I can plan it out a bit better and I can cut it and edit and whatever else, and if I swear I can beep it out. Lars says, arg, I'm going to bed. See you guys, it's 3:34 a.m. Good night. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated to anyone that's given this a share. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Mike's joined us. There's always one fellow that joins just as we're shutting up shop. Mike, I suggest you go back, mate, and watch from the beginning. There's been some laughs. There's been a little bit of informative nonsense. But yeah, look, very much appreciate you guys coming and watching. I think we've covered everything. If there's any questions, again, shoot me a message. I'm pretty approachable. I think that's about it. Give it a share. You never know who wants to watch this stuff. Share it in some of your favourite RC groups, etc. and so on. I mean, today was a great example. Robert, read your compost, cardboard, glue, sticky tape, paint with a brush. Lovely. So, yep, that's fine. Hot glue's fine. Today was a great example when Josh sent out a few shares. We picked up another 10 people. So, shares are really good. We want to get these views through the McRoof. That's right. I said Mc. All right, we're going to call it a feed. If you've got any suggestions for future feeds, etc. and so on, let me know. I'm going to go and have some coffee and then possibly come in here and finish painting Josh's shelf. Good one, Josh. Thanks for joining us, mate. I very much appreciate it. All right, everyone. Take care. Have fun with your RC. We'll talk to you soon.